Good evening. How are we all doing today? You know what? I was just thinking about something because I remember I decently often enough will listen back to my VODs or watch my VODs, especially when I was trying to really hard to try to get better visual quality on the stream. I think my quality is pretty decent now. It's not as good as like the big streamers, but it's still pretty decent. I miss the way that my voice used to sound much more bassy, heavier bass, but I'm just too scared to mess with my audio mixer and then just screw everything up. So, yeah. One thing that I noticed though by uploading to YouTube, I need to see if there is like a streamer audio mode because disable copyrighted music right there. Because my VODs are getting claimed on YouTube. No strikes or anything, but they're definitely getting claimed. Okay, so I also ordered food. I realized it works out really well if I order food as I'm leaving my work parking lot, that it'll usually arrive shortly after I get home. Because when I get home, typically what I do is get home. I don't necessarily change all the time, especially when I'm on a stream. But I do still like wash my face, use the bathroom, all that kind of stuff. And then my food's here. It works out great. Order some Carl's. Pretty expensive, but I just didn't want Jack in a Box or Del Taco. Got that double Western. Anybody that knows about that double Western, dude. So the goal for today, or for this stream, I'm going to probably be on like 3 hours. I want to play as much as I can. I love this game. I knew I was going to love it. But bro. Oh, that's right. This is where I ended. I was going to finally go check out the village section of Horns of the South. I got 3 quests here. I actually should probably go back and get those 2 quests in the keep. We got this new sword. Giant sword or whatever. It's pretty sick. It uses a lot of stamina though. Yeah, it's pretty dope. So here's my goals. I'm gonna try, like, okay. I've been watching a lot more Day 9 again lately because his Blueprints playthrough is amazing. I haven't watched Day 9 in quite a while because I used to watch him for Magic, and then I kind of stopped playing Magic, so then I didn't really watch anything else he streamed necessarily. But shout out to Day 9. He's one of the OGs. He's one of my favorites. And he really likes to explain his thought processes a lot while he's streaming. And I like to do that too. It's just a lot of times I forget to audibly say what my process is. Especially when I don't have any viewers at the moment, like days like today. But, you know, for those of you on YouTube, since I do get the views there, I'm going to set a goal for today. My goal is I want to check this out, check the 3 of these out, because this is still within, like, the village castle town. And then I do want to go to the cemetery and do that quest. Yes. So this is the main quest. And that's another side quest. Yes. Those are my objectives for the day. That's right, I've never been into the barracks. They did say I can sleep here, though.
You? Ah, shit. Another mouth to feed. Teargas must have been off his rocker if he thinks I can feed everyone with the little he gives me. I'm serious. If we don't open the keep soon, we'll have to start eating rats. Not that I can't cook them in a way that makes you think it's chicken. Oh, this is new. Maybe we'll get along after all. The dimwits here never want to learn. Only eat.
Southern style crab. I already know how to make all those. Oops. Oh well.
Ah, Owen. Yes, he's my best friend. We don't even need words.
Mm-hmm.
Heck no. You should have seen Owen 20 years ago. He was sharp as a pin and could get anything done. If you wanted something, you went to Owen, and he always found a way to help you.
What changed?
Politics. What else? Owen survived 3 captains. One was terribly lazy. He just sat there like moss on a log and did jack shit. That frustrated Owen. Then there was another one. He was afraid of everything. So all he did was kiss Camelot's ass. And that blocked Owen's ideas to do something meaningful with his fish shack. And when it was finally Brandon's turn, Owen was already fed up with all this. It's funny, isn't it? First captain who doesn't mind introducing new ideas, and our local revolutionary has given up already. So now he just putters around in his little garden trying to find some peace in the twilight of his life.
Fair enough. Horns of the South. Oh, that's right. I need to talk to the dude here. It's actually too early. Did I ever go into the kitchen? Forgot if I went in here. Oh no, I did. Baggage fair. Cabbage rolls. The onion bun. Mashed potatoes. Okay, hunter stew is like the best one I can make. Beggar's Fair. Fried fish. Venison stew. Not bad at all, brother. Not bad at all. Oh yeah, I may or may not be on tomorrow after work. I was invited to a coworker's birthday thing. Although by the time I get there, they're all going to be wasted. They're all like, call out of work, and come join us, blah, 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 blah. Feels nice to have people that I guess I would consider my friends, and these are people I've never hung out with before, because I do have my other set of friends. I'm like, no, I can't call out of work. They're like, okay, that's fine, you know, just come meet us after work. They're all going to be hanging out at a different casino. Excuse me. They already have rooms and everything. Whoa. Oh.
Blessings upon you, stranger. May the word always resonate within your soul. Certainly. Kai's blessings know no bounds, but sometimes it's useful to seal them in a handy flask. It's a sickness, a corruption, but also a mystery. Many of my brothers would call it a curse, a stain upon Avalon that must be purged. And yet, I wonder, did Kai not teach us that all things have a purpose? That even suffering carries wisdom? The weirdness twists and warps, yes. It consumes and it takes. But it also gives. Life grows in its wake. Strange and terrible, but life all the same. If we are to fight it, we must first understand it. And that is what frightens the Church most of all. Understanding.
Fair enough.
As prepared as any men can be against something they barely understand. Swords and fire will hold back beasts. But what of the creeping rot that twists flesh and mind alike? But there is one thing. The Excalibur they keep here. It has not been wielded in an age, yet the weird does not creep near it. Well, even as it rests upon its pedestal, the air around it remains untouched. The tendrils of corruption that strangle stone and steel refuse to claim it. The Keepers may not see it for what it is, but I do. There is power in that blade. Something ancient, something beyond the Church's teachings. And if it truly holds back the weirdness, then perhaps it was never meant for men alone. Safe? No. But safer than most, I suppose. But tell me, what is safety, truly? A stronghold? A weapon? A prayer? I've seen men with all three fall just the same. So no, I do not feel safe. But I do feel watched. And sometimes that is enough. What do you mean, my child? Indeed, my child. I have served in the Horns of the South since I turned 20. So, it's now my 40th year in the service of Kai and this noble abode. As for the asylum, I only know as much as my brothers deem necessary to relay to me in their letters. I only receive reports on their progress towards curing the Red Death. I'm afraid that I simply cannot believe your blasphemous words without proof. Father Leon. I knew him in my youth. He was my mentor, a truly devoted servant of the Prophet. Back then, he was already showing signs of being overly devoted, let's call it. He followed the word and the word alone, which might seem commendable, but it doesn't necessarily make for easy, everyday communication between brothers. He answered questions with quotes. Can you imagine? We never knew whether his faith was truly that strong, or if he was just mocking us. So, this letter, well, it doesn't prove much. It's true that it's written in a normal way, and not using quotes, but the seal matches, and the handwriting too, so I dare not question its authenticity. I dare say, however, that Father Leon's devotion might have turned into madness. Why shouldn't it?
Okay.
May Kai's word always guide you. In the word, you will find solace.
As you say, brother. I will say, though, you know, in the Game of the Year show for Drop Frames, Ko talked about the voice acting in this game, and it is very good. It is very good. Excuse me. It is good. Very good. Hold on. I forgot where this... Oh, I think it's up here. Let's say, just hopefully I'm not too early.
I have to admit that local fauna is not one of my main areas of interest, but I do know the answer to this question, as it is rooted in the history of the Horns of the South. It used to be the case that a significant part of the daily catch was gobbled up by our troublesome coastal neighbors. So the keepers of that time found a very peculiar way to deal with the problem. Some of them, called the seagullers, scared off the coastal birds using specially constructed masks. They made them from feathers and pieces of tanned pigskin sewn together. The reason the gulls avoided these masks is unclear, but perhaps their peculiar shape reminded them of a natural predator?
Alright, let me go to the blacksmith station.
Always good to have a little rest.
Oh, that's right, I have the money now. Alright, let's go back. I do really want to just eat my burger, if I'm being honest. I'm quite hungry. The food that we had at work today was not that great. Wasn't the greatest food. My old property that I worked at, we had way more food choices. The quality wasn't ever as good as the place that I currently work at can be, but it was always consistent. And we had a lot more options. The place that I work at currently, we get a menu. Today was Philly cheesesteak and French fries. Nah.
I should stay out of trouble.
Nah. You probably should stay out of trouble.
There you are. Finally. Do you have what I need?
I think I do.
A mask? Eh? Are you sure? Ah, whatever. Sod it. Now they'll get what's coming to them. Damn rascals. You can go now. You're right. Here, take this. But don't think, even for a moment, that the struggle is over. We need more, much more, to finally rid ourselves of those blasted birds once and for all. Are you ready for the next step in our fight against the flying, shitting enemy?
What can I do?
That's the spirit! In a war like this, every ally counts. Look, I've got the perfect seagull trap design right here. You just need to make a few and set them up in some strategic spots, like this one. And those flying pests will surely get caught. We need to work smart.
Sir, yes, sir, I'll get to work.
Go on then, and fight against the flying vermin.
Bird trap. Eternal War.
And? No, he doesn't. He knows better than that. Ah, look. If I give you something to do, will you stop talking? Here, take some seeds. Find a free plot and grow whatever you want. That'll teach you to appreciate some peace and quiet. Besides, I'm a bit curious to see what will come of it.
Me too, then. Wait, what? Is it not here? Oh, back there. Ready for planting. Okay, it's gonna take a while. Guess we wait. I need to make the bird traps. Meow. This jail? Ooh, I never went in there. Hold on, what if there's an interesting character in here? I totally missed this building. Balthazar.
What do you need? This is a prison, not a museum. We don't admire here. We punish. At least, that's what they tell me to say. I'm supposed to be intimidating. Grr. So the prisoners are scared of me.
Grr. I can buy a cut-off hand.
Good day. Because I am. I asked for this post. Just to get some peace, quiet, and warmth. No useless small talk. No shrieking seagulls. And none of that cursed biting wind. I'm telling you, it's heaven. And I get to read my books, too. So if you've got anything interesting, I'd be glad to trade. Usually, it's nothing but interesting, folks. I'm telling you, in these crazy times, every one of them comes in with some wild tale. But right now, quiet as can be. Good thing I've got my books. All my adventures are in there these days. Off you go, then.
Thanks for the apple. It's not stealing. Is he in a jail cell smoking?
Who are you? What do you want? I don't recognize your face. Hi. I am. They told me it's for my safety, and the safety of others. I don't like it. The keep is supposed to be my home, and yet here I am, locked in a damn jail. The medic and that red priest both came to see me. Both shrugged, offering no cure. Heber says I should wait. But if you've got anything stronger to drink, I wouldn't say no. It might ease the pain, even just for a little. Thanks. That's really nice of you.
Give him some whiskey.
That cursed madman from the refugee group bit me. I think his name is Cole. The boys told me he's locked up in a cage now. Good. That's the proper place for animals like him. By the All-Mother, if I'd known he was carrying some foul disease, I wouldn't have gone near them. He's just mad. I told the others that group of refugees would bring no good here. And as you can see, I wasn't wrong. Cursed bastards. Damned if I know. Whenever I've had a fever or cold before, I could always explain it.
Mm-hmm.
But this, I can't find the words. Sometimes it feels like I'm fading away. Like the part of me that makes me who I am is disappearing. I don't know how to describe it. And there's a voice at times.
Hearing voices is never good.
Each night it draws nearer. Like a dreadful howl. Not at all human, that's for sure. At times, I hear our words within it. But more often, it's like a noise from deep within the bowels of the earth. Like something very wicked. Hold fast, and steer clear of those strangers.
And is there something very hard? Got him. But there ain't shit in here. The fuck was the point of that? lockpicking XP. I suppose. Oh yeah, I was gonna go make the bird traps and I got distracted. Well, I gotta see what they take to make.
Another peaceful moment.
Oh, I need bones. I don't know where to get bones. So I can't get bones from you. He do not sell bone. No bone. No bone.
Name's Orla. I'm a merchant. Or I try to be, when my business isn't being held hostage by a bunch of idiots who seem to be terrified of women. What was I thinking when I decided to leave Timberwall? Should have stayed there. You've never been to the merchant capital? Well, you didn't miss much. Yes, it's rich and extravagant, but only if you're rich and extravagant too. Other than that, it's a place like any other. The same pain and misery hiding behind gilded walls. It's not as exciting as people think. Or, well, maybe it is if you like living with a bunch of backstabbing crooks. Yeah, now I remember what I was thinking when I left that place. Not really. It's more of a requirement if you ever want to be successful in Timberwall. My family is full of them. I have no home in Timberwall. Well, we have an estate, but it hasn't felt like home for a long time. I feel like every time I go back, I recognize it less and less. The people are getting greedier and more desperate by the day. Business is slow, I'm not gonna lie. With the weirdness creeping in from the north and bandits everywhere, trade's just not as profitable as it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
But, I don't know. Being a merchant from Timberwall used to mean craftiness, taking risks, looking for opportunities. Now, they only care about keeping their heads down and preserving their fortunes. Luck's a fickle thing. Hope it's on your side today.
Is there a new bounty? There is a new bounty. Okay. Oh damn, he's hella far. Yeah, I don't know where I'm supposed to get bones. Alright, let's go to the village part. Let's do it.
You're back. Hi. See you next time. Eyes forward and mind your... Oh, these poor souls. Stay safe out there.
Aye, aye, Cap. Do 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 do.
Hey, you're heading to the village, right? Tiernan should let you in. Take this medicine to my father, will you? Goban is a loud man. You shouldn't have trouble finding him. I can't promise that talking to him will be any fun. Come to me afterwards. Ah, he is the serf too. In fact, he was the builder before me. Now he's just an old fart angry at the world. But a father is a father, right? We may hate each other, but as long as I can help him, I will. Hence the medicine.
What's wrong with your father?
If Haber doesn't know, then I don't either. So we keep trying. Because he received orders not to let any keeper through without a pass, and I don't have one. I've already used mine. Guess what I used it on? That's right, bringing medicine to my father. When that Egypt gets an order, he's like a priest who stumbled into an orgy. He's got a stick up his ass. Nothing gets through him. Not all keepers have been here their entire life, you know? He got me before he joined the Horns. Serves me right for wanting to find him, stupid son of a bitch. If only I knew what it would entail. I don't know. Following my old man here was all I ever wanted. Never saw myself as anything else. Tried picturing myself as a husband, a father once. But, nah. I wouldn't know how to raise a kid. I'd just mess them up. Like father, like son, I guess. Well, no, of course not. We're not priestesses of the All-Mother. A woman can be an old crone and still devote herself to the All-Mother. But a man's got to have some fight left in him to be a keeper. Old enough to hold a sword, young enough to not break under its weight. We all got different roles around the keep, sure. But at the core, we're warriors. Don't forget that. If I had a gold coin for every time someone asked me that, I could fund the damn thing myself. Look, it's Camelot's orders. I get paid to follow them, not to question them. If they want to throw money at us to keep up appearances, that's their problem. I'm not about to stop them. Keep your head down.
All right. This doesn't really look like much of a village.
Oh, Mother have mercy. Not another one. If I let you pass, will you promise not to make any trouble? That's just my luck. Take the post, Tiernan, they told me. You'll be looking after a village full of old farts. That's practically early retirement, they said. What a load of crap. There's always something. If it's not the deck falling apart, it's a refugee running around biting people.
What happened to the deck?
The deck? Nah, just old wood. Honestly, it's the least of my problems. But I've got no way to fix it. Dara's always busy with his lighthouse, and every time I try to do it myself, someone else needs me for something. I can't even sneak out to the tavern because last time some rich bent started complaining that everything here smells of fish. That's a seaside village. What else would it smell of?
Right?
You do that? That would be a huge relief. Well, maybe not huge. There are bigger problems, but it'd be a start. Truth be told, I don't know why they want it so badly. It's for boats. No one here even uses boats. But, well, you know how it is with old folks. Once they get fixated on something, there's no point in arguing. I'd pay if I could, but this was supposed to be my job. The budget's long gone.
Home decor?
If you're
Go on.
interested, I could teach you a thing or two about home decor.
Not exactly standard keeper knowledge, but, well, we all have our secrets.
You're into home decor?
Surprised? Can't blame you. This might sound odd coming from someone stationed at a glorified fish bucket, but I've got a thing for furniture. The only thing more mismatched than the barracks around here is my career choice. But, yeah, I like imagining places where things fit. Where chairs don't wobble. Tables don't look like someone hacked them together with a dull axe, and beds. Well, beds don't feel like they're plotting your murder while you sleep. Not exactly a secret I broadcast. Most folks see me as Tiernan the Grumbler. But, hey, we've all got something that keeps us sane, right? Mine just happens to be daydreaming about nicer chairs.
Okay, then.
Well, to be fair, he only bit one person. But it was a keeper. I know Mahone can be a piece of shit sometimes, but gods. Now both of them are sick. And Haber's got no clue what's wrong. Which is the only reason that refugee isn't dead. Yet. So, he's sitting in a cage. His wife's crying all day and everyone's pissed. Meanwhile, I'm stuck in the middle of it all. Oh, she's a real piece of work, that one. Her name's Lady Elisa. Something. I don't remember. She came here with her husband. Poor man. I never heard him get a word in. You know, sometimes I regret not getting married. But if I had a wife like her, I'd just end up being a keeper all over again.
A character they've described like that, the voice actor for her has to be good.
No need to tell me that. But I can't just go back to patrolling the walls. I'd be a laughingstock. I'd rather sit here and hope everything works itself out. I mean, everyone's gotta die someday, right? So whether it's me or them, at least my problems will be over.
That's one way to look at it.
Some old man came to the Cape carrying the head of a dreadful bandit leader. All because he wanted to join his wife here in the Horns. Can you believe that? And here I thought that kind of love only existed in songs. See you around.
Repairing the dick. That's a nice dick. I still can't believe. I don't know why that just reminded me of those commercials. Obviously a satire parody thing where he's talking about, you know, and his friends say, yes, I have a nice dick. My dick is huge. Me saying deck, but sounds like dick. Everyone uses my dick.
I promise you, dear. Cat is dead. We're safe here now.
It's this guy.
And they just let you in with that brand. No trouble at all.
No, none at all. You see, I had some help. Oh, you're here. Good. This is my savior. The only one who took down Bald Cat. Oh, I really owe you for that. Here, I got a reward for Cat's head. Of course, no one believed I was the one who killed her. But to that pencil pusher up there, a head's a head.
And this is from me. It's not much, but no amount of gold could ever repay having my husband back.
250.
No need to worry, love. As long as we're together, we'll be just fine.
Yes. I hope they'll let us stay here a bit longer. We'll make ourselves useful. But I just don't have the strength to move on right now.
My poor dear. Don't worry. I'll take care of you now. And before long, you'll be as right as rain.
I've never understood that phrase, right as rain. Well, that's a lot of XP. Cool. It's a really old phrase. Like, I don't...
Oh.
Like, if you just think of it, it's right as rain. The fuck does that mean? Okay, so there's two ways. I didn't realize there was stuff up here. But we'll check it out. Alright, Ellis.
You've come to put me in the cage. Sorry. Just a bit of grim humor. You know, about what's been happening here. Such a mess, isn't it? Cola's alright, and Beatrice, what a shame. Such a fine girl. Anyway, I'm Ellis. Nice to meet you. What do you need? Well, I'm Ellis. Goldsmithing is my life and passion. And between you and me, I feel like I'm losing my mind without it. When I hold tools and make beautiful things, it feels like I can bring some light into this wretched world. I wish I was somewhere where I could just do some goldsmithing, but I'm a bit scared. So, here I am, sitting on my ass in some village listening to waves and the screams of seagulls and old men. Nothing to write home about, even if I still had one. I was working as a goldsmith in a group of, let's call them business people. I was once traveling with a caravan that got attacked by him. Their chief was a smart guy. The moment he heard I was a goldsmith, he knew what to do with me. He got me converting all the jewelry they stole into new pieces. Do you want to hear what I did once?
Sure.
We went to Timberwall. The gang wanted to rob some merchant's house. We holed up in a seedy tavern and waited for the right moment. Then, one night they broke in, came back with a whole load of trinkets. Beautiful stuff. The moment I saw it all, I instantly knew what I wanted to craft. They gave me a couple of days. I tinkered for a bit, and then, ta-da! Brand new merchandise. After I was finished, I dressed myself all nice, went to that merchant's house and went, "Good morning, kind sir. I'm a goldsmith. My work is renowned in all of Camelot. Would you be interested in what I have to offer?" You know what he said? Of course I would. That nonce bought the entire lot, even though I inflated the prices like a street peddler. And when I came back, the others couldn't believe their eyes. I thought I was gonna keel over. I miss that.
They said it would get easier. You need something?
I've already told you I'm not going anywhere. If you want something from me, then... Oh. I don't know you. I'm Dugald. You're not one of us. And you're not local either.
You could have chosen a better time to come here. Kind of poor ambience, if you know what I mean.
Well, at least we have a roof over our heads.
Dude, your house is literally just boards on rock.
My boy Frank and I came here with the others. We left our village because... we had to. Well, I had to. But Frank is a good lad, so he came with me. I took him in, you know?
Found the poor sod at the mill, sleeping in the hay. He was chilled to the bone back then, but I could tell he'd be a strong lad once he thawed out. He used to help out on the farm.
He's young, but he already has a couple of tattoos. Tribal ones. Means he must have been cast out of the Del Rita.
At first, the people in our village gave him dirty looks, but then they realized he wasn't a bandit.
He was a good, hard-working kid. Then they started to treat him as one of their own.
Good?
Frang is a quiet boy, and he doesn't talk much about himself. I feel like those days with the Reader are long buried for him. Almost like he never lived them. To be honest, I'm a bit confused about what's going on. Usually it was me who yelled at everyone, and now I feel like a drudge. And this nasty thing with Coll. Poor lad. Shouldn't have ended like that. He and Beatrice got along very well. Let me tell you something. When I saw all these wrinklies around here, I thought this place would suit me. But then all this shit happened. I suspect we won't stay here long.
Something happened. Frang listens. Frang was never a dull reader. Not without a name. Without a name, you are nobody in the tribe. Like me. And if that lasts too long, you must leave. I left and became Frang. Frang. A name, and not a name. Years ago. He's a good man. Treats me like a son. Frang cannot be a dull Riada. His mother was. But the tribe decided that he was not worthy of a name. That is why he's not of the tribes.
I've noticed it's funny for me when they move their mouth because of, for whatever reason, how they animated the mouth movement with teeth in there and everything. It almost looks like he has orc fangs. So.
Frang never met the keepers, but the unnamed boy did. Once, a few of them, many years ago, we fought. The unnamed boy survived even though he showed fear. Shouldn't do that. The keepers approached the camp of the boy's people, but that past does not belong to Frang. I'm Frang. A place without a leader. As I see it, it will finally fall apart. One way or another. Pfft, don't bother. There are no tales about a place that survived without a strong leadership. And it's not about kings, nobleshites, or chieftains. Titles are just words that pull the wool over a man's eyes. What's needed is a strong soul with a strong name. And their names mean as much as Frang's, which is to say, nothing. Now they're a bit like Frang, strays with no home. Beatrice is strong, despite what happened with Coll. Ellis, he's funny. I like him. Rawson, I know nothing about her.
Ooh, I'm jumping some frames.
A man who became Frang's father. He has my gratitude. Gunker. Wolf. Strong. Important name. Not seen in the south for a long time. Must be dead.
Nothing changes. Nothing ever will.
War never changes. Whenever we get Fallout 5, I mean, hopefully we still get that. That has to be a saying that never goes away.
Each day feels heavier.
Like, that phrase is just synonymous with Fallout. Oh, who this? Oh, this is Beatrice.
What do you want? to gawk at the beast. Well, I'll have to disappoint you. My Cole is not the monster you all believe him to be. So you really don't know? If you're not from here, I'm not sure what could have brought you to this hellhole, but you have my sympathies. Just know that Cole isn't like that. Something is poisoning his mind and soul. I don't know what it is, or why it happened to Cole, but now we're all at the mercy of those damned keepers. One evening there was a quarrel between our group, the villagers, and one of the keepers. They'd had a bit too much to drink and let some comments slip. They hurled insults at us, saying there's no place for us here, that we should just get the hell out of here because things are hard for everyone. Hard? Sure. I bet that bunch of wimps wouldn't last a week outside. All they do is sit in that keep of theirs, thinking they're the defenders of justice.
I'm gonna let it sit for a second, try to let it catch up. I'm still like dropping frames kind of crazy here. You know what? I finished eating, so I'm gonna go ahead and put away all my trash here. And then I'm gonna get some tea. Didn't realize I still had some of my liquid death. I forgot I opened it. I'm actually not done with my milkshake.
Well, Cole went mad. I've never seen him like that before.
And it looks like the
He
my frame's
attacked
caught
that
up.
keeper and bit him. It was serious, but the keeper survived. If it weren't for the other men from the village, things could have ended very differently. Afterwards, they chained Cole up and locked him in a cage. His condition started to worsen. They said a monster like him doesn't deserve a jail cell. Jail cells are for humans. Bastards. This might sound silly, but before we reached the keep, we came near a strange structure. The locals call it the Arch Spire. In the morning, we realized everyone had a strange dream, but it was a little different for each of us. Cole started acting weird after that, and in time, it only got worse. We set up camp near the Arch Spire. We hoped that bandits wouldn't dare to venture into a place like that. Well, now I know why we could have been right. With everything that's been happening lately, I'm ready to believe in every strange thing in this world.
New quest. Oh, I can't talk to him. To the village, to the wall. Dude, it's so funny when they play that at work. I'm just like, to the window, to the wall. And then all, like, so many, like, okay, where I work, it's very interesting because I happen to live in an area and where my work is located. Technically, the town that I live in is a pretty decent town, very low crime rate, and kind of on the higher class of things. Not necessarily high class, but like compared to other areas nearby. But it is surrounded by some of the worst scummiest ghetto locations in the region. So we get a mixture of like really upscale, fancy, uppy, tidy, toity people, as well as the most ghetto people on the planet. And then on top of that, that means we also get the ghetto rich people. Like, you know, they live like they're on welfare, but they actually have probably millions of dollars, like no problem. So it's like really strange. Right, let me talk to this guy. Heffen.
Buy something or bugger off. Unless you've already bought from Orla. Then just bugger off.
Fish eye. In the eyes of a fish. The unsuspected fish.
You just gonna stand there and... I wouldn't mind knowing that myself. She stole a lucrative business contract out from under me and my family. Then made herself at home here. Damn those Timberwall merchants. Everyone's always yammering about Timberwall. Timber this, timber that. Bugger them all. Remember, good business, only with Connacht. Fair prices, no bullshit. I just told you, a business contract. It's an agreement. Two sides. One sells, the other pays. Sometimes you can also exchange material goods. A barter transaction. But anyway, it fell through. The captain'd rather deal with that woman. Good riddance to him. Well, it's all water under the bridge now. Yes, Connacht. From a merchant family, to be specific. Though I've always wanted to join the Royal Geographers. To chart the uncharted. But I broke my leg.
With Nathan
badly
Drake?
enough that I couldn't travel anymore.
Royal Geographers.
You've never heard of them? They're a guild of explorers, dating back to the Age of Legends. They travel across Avalon, documenting all the lost and forgotten places, crawling through hidden caves, discovering old ruins. That's what LSA and I dreamed of. Though, only one of us got to live it.
Who's LSA?
Well, a friend from back home. It was a long time ago. We were both snot-nosed kids who didn't know any better. We'd run around Connacht, drawing maps of every corner we could find. And on the farms, LSA insisted on marking every stone in the fields. My mother used to get on my ass for wasting so much paper and charcoal. Good times. She got in with the geographers, started running errands for them. Well, it was right after my accident. I might have acted a bit rashly. Said some things I shouldn't have. You know how it goes. We stopped talking, and then she left Connacht. Haven't seen her since. First thing I did when I arrived was ask the locals what this village is called. And they just said, wait for it, the village. There's also a sunken village nearby. So I asked them what that one was called, and they said, the Sunken Village. So I asked what it was called before it was flooded, and they told me, the village. How do you even work with that?
The village. Village. Well, I can't talk to you. You're not an NPC to talk to. What is this? You want to know what I haven't had in a while? So the shake that I got was an Oreo shake. You want to know what I haven't had in a while? I haven't had mint Ooh, it was free. I'll take that shit. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, brother. I'll take all these too. It's in here. You should do Mario reimagined. Rated M for mature. Mario like smashes a Goomba, it's like guts go flying and shit. Yoshi's gonna eat somebody. He doesn't get him in a full bite, so it starts like munching piece by piece. Wooden villa. Holy shit. 20k. Dreaming of owning property by the sea? Welcome to Driftwood Hollow. Where the charm is salty, the houses are ventilated, and the views are mostly unobstructed by the collapsing pillar. Here. Every home here tells a story, mainly about leaky roofs, creaky floors, and ghosts who might cover your heating bill. Buy now, before the seagulls claim squatters' rights. Ding, ding, ding. Almost passed that up. Alright, guess we gotta go to the bar. Or tavern. Okay. His name is very apt.
Bloody hell, look at this! The old place is in a shambles. Bunch of decrepit old coots. They do nothing but shuffle around, stare at walls, and sleep under leaking roofs. Can't even hammer a nail properly. I'm telling you, if I was still working here, this place wouldn't be falling apart. Ah, but I'm not. Oh, shite. I can't even stand to look at it, let alone live here.
And who are you? What you want? You another one of Durar's freeloaders?
Well, yes, there are some.
I bloody knew it. Retirement my arse. It's shit. Never a moment of peace.
At least when I was still
Oh, this must be his dad.
there was always something to do. Now, so, what you want?
What you want?
One
Baby,
day,
I
my
got-
boy got it into his stupid head that old Gaban is ill. Bullshit. They're all telling me I should do something about it, or else I'm done for. I'll be dead as a doornail in no time.
Ha! Like hell I will. I'm still here, ain't I? I've served my time. I've lived me life. And now you can all kiss my ass. So there. Peace and quiet. Good one. I'll only have my peace and quiet when I'm finally dead. And that ain't gonna happen soon.
At least when I'm with Finley, I don't need to listen to his nagging. Listen, they wanted Heber, that healer from the keep, to come here. He did. They wanted him to look me over. He did. Then he just threw up his hands, mumbled something to himself, and that was it. Hell, I should have been an healer. Wouldn't mind going around being a pain in everyone's arse for a living. These herbs. No idea what they're for. Heber said he doesn't know what's wrong with me. So there's no illness. I'm fit as a fiddle.
Ah, good thing that at least the one guy who hangs around, Finley's the name, doesn't nag me all the time. Yeah, right. He'd better focus on his job. You sure have a lot of questions. Grab me a drink first, then we'll see.
Ah. So, what was your question? Hold on. Finley is not my caregiver. He's my helper at most. Hey, first of all, I'm not a cripple who needs a decrepit dimwit running round after me. Secondly, do you know the problem with having a helper who's mute? He doesn't bloody talk. I mean, it's not all bad. At least I don't have to listen to even more bullshit. He puffs up like a marshmallow every time he tries to say something, but I don't understand shit. Getting a bit curious, I see. Ah. That's what he says anyway. But yeah, he's my blood. Eager like me, and look at that bulbous nose. Won't disown what's clearly mine. But I ain't gonna talk with a stranger. It's like half the blighters here don't have working peckers, or they've never even touched a woman. Curious, aren't you? Fetch me. Ah. You see, back in the day, being a keeper was a serious business.
Yes.
Now, don't even get me started. You used to come here with a mission, not to run away from your bloody mother. Nowadays, lads get brought here by their own kin when they've had enough of them, or they think the Orns can hide them from the law. No, back in my day there was none of this scum. I came here to serve. My girl cried when I left her, but I've always known this is where I wanted to be. How was I supposed to know she had a bloody bun in the oven? By the time the wean was born, I was already planning the lighthouse's construction. Heck knows what he came here for. That's not my problem anymore, and I don't stick my nose in anyone else's business. Why the sudden interest? Maybe if you bring... Ah. I'm starting to like you, stranger. And trust me, it's been a long time since I liked... well, anybody. I liked me brothers in arms back in my glory days. Good lads, every damn one of them. Tough as nails, loyal to a fault. A kind of men you'd want beside you in the darkest holes of Avalon. But they're gone now, all of them. The old captain got it in his head to send us down to rediscover some mouldy tunnels under the keep. Damn fool mission that was. We went in together, but I was the only one to come back out. I can still see all their faces when I close my eyes. A hard loss it was, but I'm still here. Though some days I wonder why. Why all the poking around? Get me... Ah.
Want to know about those tunnels?
Those tunnels, right. Well, me and the lads went down there to check if we could repurpose them under the Orns. Damn fool mission that was. But here wasn't just some empty caves. There were monsters, straight out of Age of Legends. Sick stuff. Stuff that get under your skin. Looked like... ah, hell, memory's all twisted up now. Like a bloody nightmare mixed with shadows that don't belong. Want to know more? Speak with Fergus. He's in charge of this shit show now. Now, I propose a toast to those lost souls. This one's on me. Peace, you say? Problem is, sometimes I think they never died. They haunt me in my dreams, you know? Bloody bastards. I swear I wanted to go back and retrieve their bodies. But our late captain, make Grindelows piss on his grave, forbade me from going back. But when I drink, I usually pass out, and then I don't remember my dreams. So, I drink. My brothers deserved better.
Alright, something tells me I'm probably going to do that quest. Who are you?
Who are you? Another refugee? This place is already crawling with your lot. It's like a Camelosian privy after a feast. In my day, you only saw old, familiar faces round here. And maybe we didn't all love each other, but a local is a local. It was easier to share with others, even when you didn't have much. That's so. Fine. Whatever you say. But yeah, I could see that you don't really look like one of them. Just pass them through then. Shame it had to be now. Not so long ago, we'd have sat down and had a drink with the rest of the lads. Now I come here alone.
Why are you sitting here alone?
I don't know. But you could put something on the table, and then maybe we can talk. Thank you. That's better. We used to come here, the three of us. Me, Berg, and Fenley. But lately, something's gotten into Berg, and it all kinda fell apart. Hell knows what happened. One day he just stopped talking to us. We went to his house to get him, but he only cursed a blue streak at us. Say, mate, do you feel like talking to an old obla? I feel bad for him, but I've got no more patience. And Finley? Let's just say Finley's no good at this stuff. Now you're talking. Ever since he got so maudlin, Berg usually sits alone by the sea. Let me know what's wrong with him.
Drinking buddies. Oh, that's right. She's the one. This is actually a nice bar. Look at this nice.
Did you hear about the captain's lockdown? Looks like the lads aren't too happy about it.
Yeah, but you know Fergus. He's got a stick up his ass. Only knows how to follow orders like a good little soldier. He's so uptight, he probably agrees with the captain. Thinks it's all necessary precautions and the like.
Now, speaking of precautions, what's all this talk I'm hearing about the weirdness creeping in? People are getting jumpy.
Ah, the weirdness. Got folks scared, all right. Used to be old stories to spook the young ones. But now, even the tougher lads are starting to believe there's more to it.
If the weirdness thing's real, we've got bigger problems than a lockdown.
Aye, and Fergus better pull that stick out of his ass and start focusing on the real threats, or we're all done for.
Mm-hmm.
You seen all the refugees coming from the nearby villages? They're trying to get away from the bandits and the weirdness.
Aye, I've seen 'em. Can't blame 'em for wanting some safety. With bandits and the weirdness creeping closer, who wouldn't be scared?
There may be, but I don't trust strangers. They could be bringing trouble with them. Never know what kind of folk you're letting in.
You're always suspicious. They're just trying to survive, same as the rest of us. Besides, where else would they go?
Speaking of the refugees, you hear about that one Cole? Looks like he's ill or something.
Aye, I heard. Poor lad's in rough shape, but thank the All-Mother it's not the Red Death. We couldn't deal with that here.
Still
Well,
don't
that would
sit
be
right
bad.
with me. Sick folks in a crowded place? It's a risk, it is.
Maybe, but what are we gonna do? Turn them away? We've all got our burdens to carry.
It was a loud fucking door.
Hello, child. You look competent enough. I can see that you're not of noble blood. Oh, no need to tell me that. I've tutored the children of aristocrats from all over Avalon. Fortunately for you, my opinion of them is not particularly high.
Dude, I'm
Oh,
getting
and you
really
don't look
cold.
like one of the locals. Are you a visitor? Or an adventurer? You can talk. Now, I'm sure we'll get along. My name is Lady Elaine. I oversee the Farshire Library, the greatest collection of books in this part of Avalon. Oh, biding my time until a brave adventurer with a death wish comes along and asks if there's anything they can help me with.
I can help you out. What do you need?
Oh, surprising. I'm looking for someone who will help me find a certain artifact. So, are you interested, child?
This child needs to know the details first.
I came to the Horns of the South because I found a fascinating book. It referred to a certain object, a figure most likely, which has the ability to dispel the wordness like a menhir can. Apparently, it can be found on the ship called Andraste, which sank over 100 years ago somewhere in this area. However, when I asked those nincompoops about it, they just laughed at me. They said that the Andraste wasn't carrying anything of value, and even if it was, they wouldn't freeze their butts off in those chilly waters. The Last Voyage of the Andraste by Elvis the Lightkeeper. He was one of the more notable keepers. In his waning years, he became an adjutant to Captain Lex. But it's best if you read it yourself. You can read, can't you? But just be very careful. This is a very rare publication. Read it very carefully, and after you're done, come to me, and I'll tell you more. A deal? And they say young people don't want to learn anything. Come on, chop, 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 get to reading.
It was not a good place, especially not for humans. The odd instruments used for the gods. No, used for gods know what. How long is this? Pretty long. To this day, the mere memory of what... Oh my god, I'm tired. To this day, the mere memory of it makes me shiver, and to think that all of this was, and maybe still is, lurking so close to the Horns of the South. If you ask me, they should bury the entrance to that mine and seal it up forever. I tried to convince Captain Lex not to take anything from those accursed chambers, but he wouldn't listen. The four-armed figure didn't look like all that much to me, but I could see how alluring it was to the captain. It reminded me of the strange menhirs I heard about from the inland villagers. Only not so impressive in stature. On the captain's orders, we threw the cargo into the hold and steered towards the Isle of the Dead and its island asylum. Isle of the Dead, writing these words and reflecting on everything that has happened afterwards, I realize now how cruel that name is. I was wrenched from my musings by a roaring sound, almost like a clasp of thunder. It knocked me off my feet, flinging me at the mast like a rag doll. That's right, he's on a ship. It took a while for me to realize that something had hit the bottom of the ship, something huge. Water flooded the deck, people running around, screaming. Well, at least those who hadn't already been thrown overboard earlier. I had no idea what was happening. Did Nolly ram us into some rocks? Then came another blow, this time port side. That was when I saw her. Every sailor in the south had heard stories about the terror from the deep, and there she was. Her scaly body gleamed before my eyes for only a moment, but it was a sight I will never forget as long as I live. The ship was sinking, yet I could not stop staring at the spot where I had seen the sea monster. A moment later, a piece of the mast hit me in the head, and I lost consciousness. To this day, I don't know whether I owe my survival to the will of the gods, a twist of fate, or a whim of the monster. Why me? Was I chosen to tell this story? If so, then that is what I shall do, and I humbly offer my thanks to forces I cannot comprehend for giving me the chance to fulfill this task.
And? Have you read The Last Voyage of the Andraste? Oh, splendid, splendid. Oh, it's an excellent book, don't you think? Now, let's test your reading comprehension. According to Elvis the Lightkeeper, in the mine near the Horns of the South, they found something that they took with them on the ship. Do you remember what that was, child? That's right. This is the artifact I'm looking for. One that might be vital to repelling the wordness. According to Elvis's description, the figure is smaller than a menhir, and light enough that they were able to carry it to the ship without any trouble. Were it small, it would probably have been placed in Captain Lex's quarters instead of in the hold. I've estimated it should be about 1 meter tall. Good. Next question. What was the Andraste's destination? Correct. Be very careful with what I'm about to tell you. But some believe that the Red Priests are dedicated to studying the wordness instead of the Red Death. Captain Lex must have thought they'd pay him generously for a four-dweller artifact. Last question. What sank the Andraste? Yes, you did well, child. I can see that you were paying attention. According to Elvis, the Andraste was sunk by the legendary terror from the deep. But if you want to know more, ask your keeper friends. They should be much better informed. Now, all you need to do is find the wreck of the Andraste and retrieve the mysterious figure. Oh, if only I knew. It must have happened somewhere on the way between the Horns of the South and the Island Asylum. Oh, but where exactly? Fortunately, I know something that could help us.
Do you
In the
now?
Horns of the South Museum, there are some extremely interesting books and documents lying around and collecting dust. Can you imagine having such treasures at hand and choosing to completely ignore them? Oh, brilliant! Among them, you'll find the Andraste's logbook, which was saved by Elvis. I've read it, of course, but I know nothing about sailing. I'm sure such a competent child as yourself will handle it much better. Go to the Horns of the South Museum, read the logbook, and then tell me whether you managed to locate the wreck of the Andraste.
Nice. We're getting all these quests. And now, we're ready to talk to a bitch?
Excuse me, could you get me a clean glass? And I mean clean, not just wiped 3 times with a dirty rag.
Do I look like a bar wench to you?
I'm not sure. I don't mean to say that you peasants all look the same, but you have to understand it's quite difficult for people like me to tell anyone apart in this dreariness, especially since there seems to be so many people like you here. I thought the South was supposed to be more secluded. Well, I'm sorry if you felt offended. I won't bother you anymore. Well, I'm sorry.
Ooh, I wonder if I actually screwed that up. Let me redo this.
Excuse me. My name is Alyssa Murray, and I'm here with my husband, a very important cloth merchant. But surely you must have heard about our family. Not to brag, but we are rather prominent. I am famed amongst Camelot's courtiers for throwing the most magnificent feasts. Thank you. I designed it myself. I wanted to blend in with the people of the South. The savage tribes, the brave lightkeepers. I wanted to make an homage to them with my new style, and I do believe I've succeeded. I can feel everyone here gazing at me with awe. Give it a few weeks and everyone here will be trying to copy me. It happens in Camelot all the time. It's almost insufferable.
All right, what are you doing here?
Well, my Duncan is here on business, of course. A very important contract with the Lightkeepers. I decided to accompany him because I have never been to the South, and I've heard so much about its wild, untamed beauty. So far, it's turned out to be terribly dull. And the smell... it's like stale fish and sweat. Hopefully I don't have to suffer it much longer. Pray, tell me, do you know anyone here who would run a small errand for me?
You're in luck. I run errands.
Oh, of course. You know, I've always found talking about money so distasteful. But needs must, I suppose. Don't worry, you'll be handsomely rewarded. Oh, nothing major. You see, I've had my eye on this beautiful abandoned estate overlooking the sea. It's not very far from here, but it's far enough away from all this rabble. If we stay here for a while, I need a place for myself. You understand that, right? No offense, but I can't keep living in a filthy room at an inn. When I asked the innkeeper to draw me a bath, he brought me a bucket. A bucket! Can you imagine? Finally, someone sympathetic to my plight. My Duncan has been heartless about it. He just keeps going on about how I was the one who wanted to come here. He told me to deal with it. Can you believe that? The nerve of the man. Well, what he doesn't know can't hurt him, can it? He should be glad that I can take care of myself. I'm not like the other high-born women, sitting around waiting to be handed everything on a silver platter. And besides, he knows better than to say no to me. Fine. The problem is that the manor appears to have some occupants, not legal ones, mind you, who need to be evicted. Forcibly, if there's no other way. You'll do it for me, won't you, dear? Splendid. I can't wait to start decorating. Maybe something nautical, to go with the sound of the waves crashing on the cliffs? Or do you think that's a trifle trite?
New quest, 1%. Oh my god, there's more stuff here. A right shoe is found on the beach. Please pick it up at the tavern, but bring proof that you own the left one. Please don't take everything we own. We may be refugees, but that doesn't mean our belongings are for everyone to take. The Herrings of the South fishing records. Ooh. Unauthorized entry to the castle grounds will be strictly punished. Also, please refrain from bringing any more gifts of bread. The seagulls are already enough of a nuisance. I was going to talk to the barkeep last. Okay.
Beer from Kunacht, wine from Farshire, moonshine, only local, the best there is. And fish, lots and lots of fish. What's your poison? No, I don't recall anything like that. No, listen. I don't know what's going on, but I doubt any of the keepers had anything important on them. Half of them couldn't tell the quartermaster's seal from a pile of horse dung someone stepped on. But that means... no. Impossible. What if... Holy moonshine. I remember. Sigibald. It was Sigibald who left those documents behind.
Sigibald.
I've no idea how you found out about it. Sigi. He's dead. Taken by a fever. Aye, of course I have. I didn't just throw them in some cabinet. I was afraid they'd fall into the wrong hands. He was a good man. I wouldn't get rid of my only memento of him. Here, after what you said, I assume you'll make good use of them. Even though I'm still not sure what to think about it. Things are getting weirder and weirder in our beloved Avalon.
Mm-hmm.
No problem. Listen, if by some miracle you really talked with Sigibald, please, give him my warm regards. I don't understand anything anymore.
I only wanted to get whatchamacallits. Oh, I missed that one. And I also didn't realize there was an upstairs. Oh, this is my own stash.
Oi. You're not from around here, are you? Come on. Sit down and tell me something about the world out there. Now that I believe. Everywhere's a mess. Even here. I remember when we were held in the same regard as Camelot. Look at us now. Not taken in wimps. It's nothing like the old days. Filth everywhere. And it reeks of fish. Everyone's terrified of the weirdness. It's hard to believe I've lived long enough to see times like these. Not that long ago, we used to scare kids with stories about the weirdness. But now, grown men wet themselves if we tell the same tales. Honestly, I'm done with it all. I don't even recognize this world anymore. And I don't want to. You bet they were. It's all been falling apart ever since they put Captain Brendan in charge. That one's got two coins where his eyes should be, if you ask me. Doesn't care about anyone or anything. He's just looking out for his own skin. Worst captain I ever served under, no doubt. Not that I serve anymore, I'm retired now. Don't even get me started. Fergus always claims he's busy, but for the life of me I can't figure out what he actually does. Probably just pretends to work. I talk to Riderick from the museum sometimes, but that one's a real know-it-all. We always end up arguing about how things used to be. If you ask me, they're all just as bad as each other. It's never gonna be the same again. My brothers are gone, and I'm left here, all alone. Huh? Of course I do. In my day, it wasn't sunken. It was a beautiful, lively place. Pilgrims would visit the All-Mother's Temple and Excalibur, and end up in the village. It broke my heart when I heard about the flooding. They say the Druids caused it, but who really knows? It doesn't matter now, who did or didn't do what. It's over, that's all. Now go on, leave me, like everyone else has. There's nobody left with any sense to talk to.
Oi, Noel! What if I pulled Excalibur from that stone, but it broke, but only at the tip? Would I still get to be king, or not?
Doofus.
You're so daft, Randall.
Some magical lass living in a lake gave the king the sword when he broke his own bashing forearm skulls.
So, the one in the stone, what's that called? It's not Excalibur, is it?
Nah, the one in the stone was called,
This is hilarious.
Don't know. Sword in the stone, I guess.
Sod it. Whatever. So, if I pulled the sword in the stone from the, stone, and it broke, but only a little, would I still get to be king?
What? No. You'd have to pull out all of it. Only the one who pulls out the sword gets to be king, yeah? Not the one who pulls out a bit of the sword.
Wait, but if you have a sword and it breaks, do you tell everyone that you have a sword or that you have a piece of the sword? Besides, you can always take it to the smith and he can fix a new tip.
But if he fixes a new tip, it won't be the same sword.
Are you off your knocker? How's it not the same sword? So, what is it now? A ploughshare?
A shit share.
Listen, just listen to me. You've got it all wrong. You've got a sword, right? And then the tip breaks off, so you attach a new one, right? But then, let's just say it breaks again.
That's one shitty sword you have there.
Now, listen to me. Now, damn it. It breaks off, so you fix it with a new piece again. And then it happens again, and again, and again. Until you finally get yourself a whole new blade from the smith. So get this, if the whole blade was replaced, is it still the same sword?
Well, no, it isn't.
There you have it. You just need to be, what's the word? Rational.
Fine. Now let's have a drink. My throat's drier than a priestess purse.
See, now you sound rational.
What? What? That's kind of cool. Just got me some handicraft skill. Or nothing. Alright, so I have a few things. Oh shit, it's late out here. God damn it. I'm safe in the town, though, I believe. The fuck was that? Boom, 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 boom. Repairing the deck. We've done no combat. It almost 2 hours. No combat has been done. Heffenheimer.
What? How dare you? Do you know the meaning of those flowers in that configuration? Revenge. Revenge, deception, and death. There's nothing nice about it, and I don't know if he did it on purpose or if he's just an idiot. But trust me, it's not a nice gesture. Thank you. For them. You are from nowhere, just like me. That's why I believe you. Take those flowers away, burn them, throw them in a cauldron, whatever. I don't want to look at them. Be careful out there.
Interesting, that's it? Hmm. Oh shit, I need 50 wood. I ain't got that much wood, son. I ain't that rich. Alright, I'm gonna head. Actually, it'll probably be faster if I do it this way. Have I ever gone in the garrison? Like, wait a minute. I don't know if I've actually been in here. Unforgettable. Can I tell what time it is without passing the time? Forgot to do that. Dude, I am getting so tired. But I want to keep playing. Alright. Let's talk to Fergus. I need to talk to Fergus?
I just heard that some old man named Morris showed up at the keep, dragging the head of bald Kate just so he could be with his wife in the Horns. Can you imagine? I still can't tell whether it's bravery or he's just out of his mind. Probably a bit of both. Captain Hagen. Well, he was a man driven by pride and a certain disregard for caution. He sent men to explore those old tunnels beneath the keep. Somehow, he got it into his head that there was something valuable down in those tunnels. Treasures, relics, who knows what else. But the truth is, we know what was there. In the age of
just punched the mic.
legends, it was just a hospital. There was some kind of outbreak or plague, and the place was sealed off. Nothing left to find, or so the records say. Yes, it weighs on me more than I'd care to admit. If I could, I'd see them laid to rest. But no captains ever bothered. It seems they thought it was a fool's errand. Maybe not worth the risk. If you're mad enough to try, then by all means go ahead. Just don't expect any keeper to follow you. I really don't have men to spare. But maybe it's time to make it right. So, thank you, I suppose.
I'll do it.
I knew we'd have to deal with this sooner or later. Time isn't exactly on our side. Mahon's condition worsens with each passing night. It's hard for me to admit, but nobody, including myself, really knows what's going on. Maybe a fresh perspective is exactly what we need. If you find any clues, follow them. I'm only interested in the details, and ideally, the solutions. There are a few retired keepers living there. They might tell you about the good old days if you ask them nicely. There are also some refugees from north of the island, since we had nowhere else to put them. I don't really know much about what's going on in that place. I just make sure they have everything they need, more or less. You can always go see for yourself. People fleeing from bandits, from the weirdness, you name it. I wasn't exaggerating when I said we were the last beacon of hope this far south. For these people, we are. Don't know how many more we can take, but that's a problem for another time. It used to belong to the keep. You could say it was its beating heart. That village was where our lighthouses led the ships, and where the workers lived with their families. Ah, those must have been the days. But then the ships stopped coming, and there were less and less new keepers, and the others left looking for a better life. Until, at last, the sea took most of it. What else was there to do? There weren't enough people to live there, and nobody wanted to anyway. Not since the monsters started coming out of the sea. We wiped out most of them, but new ones showed up every now and then. Mark, our hunter, keeps an eye on the place. You can talk to him if you want. Depends on your idea of interesting. There's a weird statue with a gong, but I'm not sure how much of it is left. Other than that, probably just damp rubble. I don't know, ask Marg. I'm pretty sure he just sits there all day instead of hunting. No wonder we've been eating nothing but fish.
want to fight something. Okay, let me look on the map here. You know what? Fuck it. Let's do this one. All along the watchtower. Oh, I just realized. What the fuck is this?
Are you here to keep me company or put me out of my misery?
Keeper Dan.
Just kidding. I love the view, but this weather is killing me. You don't say. I didn't choose to be here. Our beloved quartermaster sent me to freeze my arse off. He said as punishment for spitting on the good name of the keepers.
Oof.
Whatever the hell that means.
Oof.
I just got drunk in the tavern and lost half my pay. And maybe some of my clothes. But I mean, why would he even care? It was my gold. I can spend it how I please. Oh, aye. I need a warm coat. And I mean the absolute warmest coat you can get, huh? Osprey might have something in stock or know how to make one. I'd ask myself, but he's not exactly speaking with me these days. Thanks, friend. I knew I could count on you.
The warm is good. Oh, that's stealing. I won't do it. Wonder how I get around that. Alright, well, we're gonna go in the tunnels. Ah, okay, I can just jump over that. Here we go. Holy shit, it's dark. Brother. I'm worried about what kind of monsters are going to be in here. Well, that's an alchemy station. something out there. I realized that's in game. It's that weird sound when I loot something. All right. Oh, let me actually set this. Alright, well, he died pretty easy. But now I have to watch out. Those ones aren't showing up on the map. Holy shit, this place is huge then. What is that noise? I'm curious as to what I'm about to find. It's making a noise. Oh. Thought I heard another one. Alright, I think they're regular. It's just the undeads. The fuck are these noises though? They sound like watery looking. Something got aggroed. Don't worry about it. Hey, Mikey. Oh. Aww. Oh shit, hello. Like, did I just like aggro the whole zone or some shit? And another one's gone, and another one's gone, and another one bites the dust. Okay, I could easily jump that. Tomato. Tomato. Potato. Potato. It's just crazy good. It is dark. And since I'm using two-handed, I can't use a torch. Because, you know, YOLO. Get that milkweed. I mean, milkweed. Okay. Whee! Yep. I'm gonna clear out the floor by floor. There ain't shit. See, for me, this is how you know I don't play scary games. This, for me, is kind of scary. Like, that's how you know I don't play scary games, dude. But this is, like, my level of, like... Right, this is about, like, the normal level of creepy that I can handle and play. I'm still saying it. I am going to force myself to play the Resident Evil games. It's just... And it'll probably be... soon after Mass Effect. Excuse me, Mass Effect 2. As I do not intend to play 3 right away. The fuck is weird slime? I hope I can just run across this. I was about to say that would be very unfortunate if it like broke right there. Dude, there's another level. Oh, I can see it. It's right there. Yeah. Okay. It's at the very bottom. Is there an enemy that way? The hell? Maybe the bottom floor goes further. Shoot that fire arrow. I will take the venison. Alright. Another level we go. Deeper. Into the night. I am vengeance. I mean, wait, what? I mean, okay. I have never played through any of the Batman Arkham games, which I know is like blasphemous. I had tried to get through the very first one, but by the time I was playing it, this was already years later. It was already after Arkham Knight came out. And that came out in 2015, and that's the last one, right? And don't get me wrong, it was fun, but what I hated is that it definitely suffered from an issue that I felt that like The Witcher 3 has, and it was like permanently having to walk around in Witcher vision. And that's like how it was in Batman. I felt like if I wasn't fighting, I had to constantly have that on, and it just looked like ass on the screen. But every other aspect of the game was fantastic. Obviously the Mark Hamill, you know, Kevin Conroy, but are you kidding me, brother? I mean, I'm glad that's in the game. But good God. That sucked. Obviously that was on me. But anyways, what I was going to say, though, is... One, there hasn't been a Batman game in a while, other than, what, they're coming out with the Lego Batman anthologies or whatever the fuck. Which, I'm sorry, but I just cannot get into the Lego aesthetic. I just cannot. Part of the reason why I've never seen any of the Lego movies, I have no desire. I can't take it seriously. But with all of the other forms of media of having like these other like obscure Batman side stories that are, you know, a weird take on Batman, so it's not... What? Oh, like, that's the combat music. Anyways. Right? Like, there's Batman in Japan. You know, there's all these other things. It'd be sick to have Batman versus zombies or something. Batman... Just put Batman in a different universe. But make it a serious game. I'd be down for that. Be down with the sickness. There's clearly a level of sickness here. Oh, it's milk. Hell yeah. Milk is a good ingredient. Alright, about to find out what the fuck this is. What the fuck? What the fuck is it triggering undead? Skibbity toilet, here we go. What? Mother fluffer. Hello! Oh shit, that didn't kill him. Can I just kill him this way? Yes, yes I can. Indeed. Indubitably. Ew, it's wet. Bro, I can't see shit, and I'm sure on stream and for the video, it's like horrible. Ooh, that's the direction I need to go, clearly. I will take that. Oh. What I need is like gear that just gives me vision. You know what I mean? That ended up being my bad. Alright, there's nothing ominous about that at all. What the fuck? You know what? Fuck this. I'm a big boy. I was like, wait a minute. I'm doing that much damage with my arrows. I'm just gonna fuck this dude up. So I still need bones if I want to start like crafting that other stuff that I want to craft. But I'm assuming the only way I'm going to get bones is whenever I fight skeletons. Ring of Protection. I think I already have one of those. Brrr. Spinebreaker, Ancient Knight's Breastplate. What? And this is a two-hander. 32, 35. Brother. Brother. Oh, it's because it's upgraded. That's why. Okay, it does weigh a good amount. I mean, I'm working on endurance anyway. So, maybe. I just want to see what it looks like. Looks pretty nice. Wait, what do I have on my... Oh yeah, I just have the fire thing. Hell yeah, mega bonk. I mean, what? Alright, that felt good. Especially now that I know that it just cleared. Job's done. Yeah, this thing looks cool. Bummer. I was hoping that'd be a way to get through that. Alright, I guess we do it this way. Seems a little weird. I'm gonna assume it's kind of late. Oops. I've been working on the endurance. Yes. And then I'm still working on this. Sounds Gucci Mane. Alright, let's talk to Fergus. All along the watchtower has been completed.
You need something. You actually did it? Cleared out those tunnels on your own?
Yes.
Every captain before me thought it was a fool's errand, not worth the risk. And how are those tunnels? Salvageable? Aye, that it does. Camelot won't be eager to finance the repairs, but knowing the threat's been dealt with is a victory in itself. Perhaps someday we'll see them restored. Until then, we can at least rest easier. So the keep owes you for this. Here's your reward. And what about Goban's friends? Did you find any trace of them?
What?
Give those to Goban, if you haven't yet. He's restless, but maybe seeing those again will help settle him. Might even help him get his act together.
Trial of Death. Killing enemies provides a stackable 20% damage increase for 10 seconds. This one is more damage, but I get all my, oops, stamina back if I kill an enemy. Or not all of it, but I get 60. I'm gonna try using the spine breaker. Partially just because I think it looks pretty badass. It looks pretty badass.
Eyes forward and mind your step.
Oh, before I forget, I'm probably like way overdue here. Let me go check my seeds that I planted. What's over here?
If I just stay put, everything will be just fine.
Not bad. Listen, how about we grow something bigger? Size-wise, how else? Good. Now pay attention, because I won't say this twice. You're going to get us some pumpkin seeds. And what? That's it. I don't know. Find a farm. Ask some farmers. Do you need everything spelled out for you?
Yes. See, this game does, I think, the open world pretty well in the sense of, like, it does put quest markers. I do have a map that tells me where everything is, you know, kind of thing. But it's not, I don't know, it's a fine line, I think, between this and, like, Ubisoft. It's interesting.
It's no secret. He's just an old, bitter man who hates the entire world. And I'm a part of it, so, well, it is what it is. That's all. He told that tale about the tunnels more times than I can count. To anyone who'll listen. But these days, it seems nobody does anymore. I've heard it plenty of times already, believe me. To him, those old friends of his were everything. They meant more than his own son, that's for sure. He'd go on and on about it. If I'd been there, if I'd gone with him, he won't let it go. Sometimes I think that if Fergus had let him go into those tunnels and meet the same end as his brothers, he might have found his peace. Or at least quit drinking.
Well, he definitely would have quit drinking if he...
trouble.
I forgot there's a teleporter. God damn it. I didn't think about it because it's kind of the same town. Oh, well. Alright, you old coot. Guess I can't get in from here. The fuck? Move. I'm literally stuck. What?
You went down there and came back with their tags. Damn. Didn't think anyone would ever bring those back up. Lads must be resting a bit easier now. Or so I'd like to think. They deserve better than to be left in that pit. You did right by him, stranger. Hell, you did right by me too. So, let's drink to that. Why the hell would I do that? I want to celebrate. You can't celebrate with seawater and fish, you dummy. Did I? Ah, I don't remember. And if I don't remember, it doesn't count. But maybe I did say that. I started cozying up to a bottle the day I came back alone from those damn tunnels. I guess it's time I made good on my word. For them. For me. This old fool is done with the booze. I think I owe you. More than I got words for. Took guts to go down there, and you brought back what I couldn't. That's something I won't forget, stranger.
Good XP. I will take it. All right. That actually seems like as good a point as any to call it for the day. For our after work stream, 2.5 hours. We finished that quest. The majority of the time, obviously, was just me talking to all these people exploring the village part of the town here. But then we cleaned up those tunnels. I think it was pretty nice. I mentioned this at the start of the stream. Tomorrow, I may or may not stream. It's going to depend on how I feel after work. Since I was invited to a birthday party, I would be going very late, though, if I went after work. But I still might, because it is my Friday. Just kind of depends. So I may or may not be on. Just keep those notifications on, and we'll see. Then Monday, I'll be on late. It is, I'm going to be doing my monthly family day that day. So I won't be home probably till like 9 or 10 p.m. But depending on when I get back, it's going to depend if I play some Mass Effect or just jump straight into this. And then Tuesday, we will absolutely be playing some Mass Effect before we play some of this. Because I do want to be pushing through Mass Effect 2. And I love that game too. I think it's fantastic. But this game's awesome. Basically, my goal now is getting through Mass Effect 2, hopefully within a month. So then I can get ready for Neo 3. Because Neo 3 comes out at the beginning of February. I keep forgetting about that. And I do want to check out Dual Corp as well, which comes out in like a week and a half. But anyways, guys, I'll see you guys. If I don't see you tomorrow night, I will see you Monday evening. All right. Have a good day.